that, I think we can quickly go to the next person, and since the connection appears to be a little bit problematic, I think the line is somewhat busy, but it's fine. We will go to the next person now, and that will be in the person of the Afro Senator, that is, in the person of Senator Shehu Sani, a former senator from Kaduna State. Senator, can we please, back office, can we spotlight him? We have Senator Shehu Sani there. Senator, you're welcome. And please, can you make your intervention max 5 minutes? I think back office, you help us with the sign when they exceed so that we call their attention. Senator, you're welcome. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for having me. Well, it is an honor to be here and make my little contribution. First of all, I must appreciate the honor of this invitation. And then I have had the presentation by various speakers, particularly the elders, those who have seen it all. But for me, I have a very little contribution to make. First of all, we can happily say that the Civil War has ended over 5 decades ago, but the civil battles continue. Because from the time the last gunshot was silenced to this time, thousands of people lost their life as a result of issues still that has to do with the unity of the country, whether it is ethno-religious war or sectional issues or whatever. We are still having problems with ourselves as a country. And then the next I will say is that what are the lessons we have learned from the Civil War? Because for such number of people to have died, over 2 million, and for such a country that has invested so much in that war, in the name of uniting a country, what have we actually achieved? Are we actually united? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. Well, for you to get the practical answer of that question, you need to go through the comments of people, young people that come from the southeast, and young people that come from the north, and young people that come from the southwest. When you go to social media, the young people who have even not experienced that war are still entrenched in the belief, young people from the southeast, that the war was a massacre, was a persecution of people of Igbo ethnic stock, and the ones from the north still feel justified on the federal side. So what have we actually achieved? It is important for us to understand that the national anthem is not enough to unite a country. The constitution of the country is not enough to unite a country, or the national pledge, or whatever emblem we have at the national flag or whatever. But what is most important is that we must entrench justice and equity. Every part of Nigeria and every Nigerian from any part of the country must be given the recognition, the honor, and his dignity must be recognized as an equal participant in the Nigerian enterprise, which is very much lacking. In the late 50s, Umar Altine from Sokoto State contested election in Enugu State and became mayor. His family still lived in Kaduna, and I happened to visit them some few weeks ago. Their own thinking about Nigeria was different from what we are having today. In 1999, Ike Madu from Imo State was born and lived in Kaduna, and he contested the State House of Assembly and won. Now, with these two examples, it is impossible for you to say 2 decades after the restoration of democracy, it is possible for anybody from the north to win an election in the south, or anybody from southwest to win an election in the southeastern part of Nigeria. So we're supposed to have said we have progressed to the point that we can really say that we are united as a country. Truly, we have built the Niger Delta Bridge, and one is still under construction. But the unity of our people in their hearts, their mind, and spirit is still lacking. people still identify with themselves, with their ethnic affiliations, with their religious groupings. We completely lost what we thought we have founded by that war. And I think these are issues that we need to put forward. People will say that progress has been made by establishing schools, unity schools, NYC, and whatever. But just engage each Nigerian from where he comes from in a discussion and see what he will say. And they were not speaking out of a theory. It's the reality that that really formed them as a people in the last 5 to 6 decades. If you are holding a position of authority, whether you are a controller general of prisons, immigration, and customs, and your time of retirement has reached, instead of those in the political authority to give the next person in charge to hold that position and assume the seat, they will retire as many people as possible until they reach someone of their own ethnic group. Now, how can you unite a country with all your national conferences, national flag, national anthem, once some Nigerians are more Nigerians than others? You can't have a country that you can actually be proud to call your own. The agitations will continue until we have a political class that really understand that the only way to unite this country is to enforce justice and equity. And you cannot do that until you make sure every Nigerian is fully convinced, or majority of Nigerians fully convinced, that his birthplace, where he comes from, will not be a hindrance or impediment for him to achieving anything in life. So I believe that a conference like this should continue and should bring in more people whose contribution will assist us in where we dream to be. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Honorable, that is Senator Shehu Sani. Thank you very much once more. As your colleague, or your former colleague would always say, you speak the truth, you die. You don't speak the truth, you also die. And I say thank you very much for staying with the truth this afternoon. On the same time,